Hello guys, this is Brian Mouse from Top Off My Coffee, coming to you today with my K-Duo Plus. I bought this about a year ago. I bought this in late 2019 and I used it quite a bit over the winter leading into 2020, and then I kind of stopped using it because I started using my K-Mini Plus. I've got a couple videos on this channel about the K-Mini Plus. I'll link to them down below in the description. There's probably going to be one up here too. But I haven't made anything about the K-Duo Plus, even though I really, really like it. Yeah, except for that's not what this video is about. I do like this, and I recommend people buy it if you want the versatility of being able to make a pot of coffee or a single cup. But there's an awful lot of things that I don't like about it, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. Now, I'm not going to talk about all of the cool features about this, because there are a lot. I'm really only going to talk about the things that I dislike. So let's just get started. This is tall. I mean, we're talking it's tall, tall, tall. I think of every Keurig machine that I've ever seen or tried, I'm pretty sure that this is easily the tallest one. Not only is it tall, but the K-cup compartment is way up here and it opens super high. I mean, I'm like, if I had big man hands, I couldn't get it in here. The thing is, the K-cup compartment is way far in the back and it's really high. So you got to get your hand above an already tall machine. And then not only is it up there, but then the K-cup is deep into this little compartment. So it's awkward to get in and out. I don't like that. I deal with it. Makes coffee just fine. But I don't like that. Not to mention the fact, I mean, if my cabinets were just a little bit lower, this actually hits the bottom here. This is kind of recessed up, is the only reason that this can open under the cabinet. You'll never be able to get this under some cabinets in some kitchens. It's just not going to fit. Another thing that I dislike about it has to do with this. Where do you put that when you're brewing a cup of coffee? All right, yeah, you just pull it out and stick it there, brew your single cup, take it away, but then you got to keep putting it back. Now, nobody's perfect. The problem is the coffee pot is always just sitting somewhere else because you're making a single cup of coffee. Now, maybe that's just me, but I'm pretty sure that lots of other people are going to be doing the same thing. You're basically always going to be having this floating coffee pot sitting somewhere in your counter, or you're going to finally get to the point where you're not even going to keep it out. You're going to go and take the coffee pot and find a cabinet somewhere. So although you can make a pot of coffee, which is nice, if you're making single cups all the time, you actually have to have storage space available for this unless you're wanting to put it in and out constantly. I make about 3 cups of coffee a day, so this thing is constantly coming in and out, or it's just left out on the counter, or it's taking up cabinet space where we kind of want to put other things like pantry kinds of items. Just a pet peeve. Another thing has to do with the lid here. Now, if you are constantly putting this back after you brew a single cup of coffee, the K-cup is back here, and there is tubing that will bring the coffee, really, I mean, it's not tubing, but it will bring the coffee to the front, and then it will drip down into your cup. Well, that means even if you take the K-cup out and then stick this back, walk away and drink your cup, later on in the day, you're going to come and bring this out, and you're going to notice that there's going to be drips, like dried old coffee drips that are on here, because it always drips out onto the top of this. And of course, if you don't put that there, then it's dripping there. So point being, even if you're not brewing a full pot of coffee, drips from your K-cup will go on top of this. And not only that, but they will literally go inside and drip all the way to the bottom of the carafe. Which means that even if I'm not brewing full pots of coffee, I still have to clean this carafe unless I store it in a cabinet somewhere. Annoying. Another thing I dislike has to do with the controls. Now, it's a nice looking control display, and there are some extra features on there which are fantastic. But what I don't like is that every button there's a delay. So in many Keurig machines, all you gotta do is open the door and put a K-cup in, and it's ready to go. It comes on, turns on itself. But not so with this. You can open this, stick a K-cup in, close it, but then you still have to turn it on and then wait. And then you choose whether you want a K-cup or a carafe. And then you can start doing stuff. Now, you can see I haven't chosen anything yet, but it's already kicked on and started warming up water. That's kind of nice. But the delay thing is just annoying. If you just go up here and hit the buttons like you want to, you're actually hitting the buttons faster than the machine can process your button pushing. Now, when it comes to brewing a full pot, you're going to find that the full pot size is quite a bit smaller than you think. Now, most coffee makers make pots that are based on cup sizes that are significantly smaller than people think of for coffee. Usually 5.5 to 6 ounces is what a cup size is, and many 12 cup coffee makers. In this, it's like, I swear it's like 4. A full 12 cup pot of coffee in this is only 56 to 58 ounces or so. The crazy thing is they call this a 12 cup pot, but if you brew an entire 12 cup pot and then pour it out and measure how much is there, it's literally only 56 ounces. So 12, 24, 36, 48, 60. I mean, you're talking like 4 3/4 ounce cup size is how it's measured out. It's really small. The smallest carafe size that it will brew is a 6 cup. And if you do the math, it's only, I mean, it's half of 56. You're talking only 28 ounces. That's like not even 2 travel mugs. So it's not that much. Also, if you start brewing full 12 cup carafes, every now and then, not enough water comes out, so it doesn't fill the carafe up as much, but that water is inside here. So then, if you refill the reservoir all the way and then brew another carafe, it overcorrects and it will overflow. I've had this overflow trying to do the 12 cup setting on a number of occasions over the past year. It doesn't always happen, and it kind of happens rarely, but it does happen. Very annoying. Nobody wants to clean that up. Another small pet peeve of mine has to do with the grind basket that is provided with the machine. I like being able to pull the whole thing out. When you can do that, you can clean it out well, and you can, I don't know, you can fill the grind basket up somewhere else and then put it back. But here's the thing, this comes out, but this doesn't. And it's rickety. So I don't know, I feel like this should come out. I want to be able to take it out and clean it, scrub it, because you can't even really scrub it if you get grime or grit or maybe, I don't know, some dried coffee in there. You can't scrub it because it's rickety. So you kind of have to delicately wipe it down, and it never comes out. So you can't just take it over to the sink. I dislike that. I mean, even as I speak, there's like yucky stuff right there. Like, I don't know how to clean that easily. I get the job done, but there's no real easy way to do it. There are a number of other things that I love about this. Now, I'm going to go into that in another video where I cover all of the features of the machine. But for your viewing, this is all about the things that I don't like about it. Having said that, I do recommend this because there is significant value in having a Keurig machine that will make K-cups, but also full pots of coffee. Back in the day, Keurig made these like K-carafe things where you had to have this proprietary Keurig carafe, and have to use special pods to put in. A few people liked those. I didn't like them. This is much better because you can actually use your own grind very easily when you're brewing a full pot of coffee, which makes everything taste so much better. It's definitely worthwhile. I do enjoy the machine. It's fast, it makes pretty good coffee. I do like the 5-point system that the new K Supremes have. This is old enough. It's not that old, but it's old enough that it doesn't have that. For all of the features, make sure to watch the upcoming video. Hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed to this channel already. And if I've published the video already, it will be linked right up in here. So make sure to take a look at that. Again, down in the description is some other related videos and a couple links to some products that you may or may not be interested in. Go ahead and take a look at that. Thank you for your time.